The one thing I miss the most during this whole pandemic has been live entertainment. The amazingness of sitting in the audience and seeing performers, whether it be dancers or Cirque du Soleil or music. Oh my goodness. Go to a Las Vegas Philharmonic show. It's really lovely. Of course, the Las Vegas Philharmonic kind of depends on those shows to continue to, I don't know, have a Philharmonic. And one organization in town is stepping up to make sure that they have got the support they need.
Yes, that organization is Findlay Automotive Group. They've stepped up for so many different groups in town. Tyler Corder is their CFO. He joins us once again. Well, we're thrilled, honestly. Sean and I love the Philharmonic, and live music is so important. What are you doing right now to support them? Because this is an unusual time.
Well, it is a very unusual time, and we like supporting the Philharmonic because we like arts and culture and all that sort of thing that makes it a better city. But what we really like about them is that they have these music education programs, and the public schools have been cutting funding
Yeah.
for music for years, and you look at studies show that. That music education helps improve language skills, improves math skills, reasoning skills, and reduces stress for kids. So it's a shame that they're not getting the music education through the schools, and especially in the pandemic, they're getting basically no music education.
Yeah.
So that's where the Philharmonic steps in with their programs, and we like supporting them because they have these educational programs that kind of bridge that gap for kids.
Mm.
It really is. It's a
Mm.
shame that it's always the music programs and the arts programs that are the first to get cut, which is horrible. So that's where Finley comes in, and you're helping to support the Philharmonic during this pandemic, especially. I mean, the pandemic has really taken a real beating to the Philharmonic, hasn't it?
Yeah, so it really has, and so we've stepped up. We've for the last few years have been supporting financially, and we've been sponsoring some of their fundraising events. In fact,
Mhm.
the last public event that I went to personally before the pandemic was the Philharmonic Gala at the Smith Center last March. So
Oh, wow.
I've missed that type of thing. So we're supporting in those ways. But one of the more importantly, we just placed one of our corporate executives, Amber Fontaine, as our corporate human resources director, and she just joined the board of the Philharmonic. So we'll get
Mm.
able to going forward be even a little bit more involved. But the challenge the Philharmonic has is, as you mentioned, is they haven't had any live performances.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
number one, that's a revenue stream that's gone away, and secondly, they're trying to keep their musicians engaged and involved and retain their musicians. So despite the pandemic, the Philharmonic has been continuing to offer live stream performances, and they do a weekly Facebook Live events with their music director Donato
Hmm.
Cabrera. So they've been
Lovely.
keeping active, and keeping the musicians involved a little bit. Yeah.
Well, it's a challenging time. We've all gone virtual. Tyler, we're used to being in the room with you, and here we are virtual right now. I have seen the Philharmonic on stage at the Smith Center. It's really, really a treat. But we're talking about a lot of musicians, a lot of talented folks. And if any of them are watching right now, I just want to tell them that Sean and I, we love you. We love seeing you on stage. We love having you on the show, and we look forward to things kind of moving back to normal. In the meanwhile, how can we help? How can the general public help? I hear how Finley's helping.
Yeah. So the thing that I really want to make sure that people are supporting the Philharmonic for is their music education programs that we mentioned, and they have a thing called the Music Van. That prior to the pandemic, in the year prior to the pandemic, the Music Van went out to 60 different schools.
Yeah.
Obviously, the schools aren't in session; they can't do that now. But what they're doing is they have a weekly residency over at the Discovery Children's Museum, so they're still providing music education over there. They also have something that they call a digital online program called the Orchestra program, where kids can go on and learn the uh, uh, about the different instruments and the
Yeah.
different sections in the
Orchestra.
orchestra and learn all this stuff. I went on there. I didn't know the difference between an oboe and a clarinet, but Now I do. So that's kind of cool stuff
What's
that
an
you can
oboe?
learn.
I didn't even.
It has it has two reeds versus the clarinet having one reed. I
Ah, there
learned
you
that.
go. Okay.
See,
I know.
there's some.
See, Sean, we'll just give you the triangle.
There we go. That's
Yeah, that's right.
probably best.
Yeah.
I'm a simple man.
More cowbell, right?
Yeah,
That's
of course. Exactly.
but so that's what we want to continue to support and have those music education programs for kids. And so the number one thing you can do if you're a music lover or you just believe in the fact that there should be music opportunities for young people is the Philharmonic needs financial support right now and because they don't have any live events and
Yeah.
fundraising events. And so the most important thing you can do is step up and support their programs financially right now. Let's keep those musicians on staff and with the orchestra so that when we get out of this thing, hopefully later this year, it's all set
Mhm.
up so we can go and have live performances.
No question. And I cannot wait for that to happen. My friend, great having you, Tyler. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you,
you. It's
Tyler.
great seeing you.
All right. If you want to give back to the Las Vegas Philharmonic, lvphil.org is their website. Their number is right there on your screen as well. And also worth noting that Findlay Automotive, I mean, by the way, they sell cars too, Findlay.
Yes.
They never talk about it,
I
but
know.
they're usually just giving back. But yeah,
Well,
Findlay
thank you
Automotive Group,
so much in the community.
they're a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Philharmonic. You can learn more about them at findlayauto.com. They're also a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.